I have been traumatized in the past, and I don't know how to deal with my trauma in the best ways. So I've come to find that my natural inclination, I don't think about this, I don't consciously set out to do it, but I think on a subconscious level, I share my trauma with other people. I tell people, you know, what what's going on with my life. Like if I when my fiance died, I tell people about that. And I share it because I don't know how to cope with it. I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't. And people, I've heard a billion things from different people, and I know the general, like, I kind of know what to do, but I kind of don't. It's just, uh, I'm having a hard time right now. I am, and and just trying to connect with people and stuff, like, it's been rough. I've kind of been like isolating, and then the few people I've been trying to reach out to, I've been annoying. Like, I'm not sure. I if I'm sorry. I know I can be a little annoying and needy, and I'm I just I was used to talking to Alicia. We talked all day every day. We lived together. We we woke up in the morning together. We we slept together. We ate together. We cooked together. Cleaned together. Played together. You know, I don't know. I might show my kids this someday, but they came from somewhere. All right. Oh, yes. So I was trying to explore trauma, right? So I shared my trauma of Alicia passing with other people because I didn't know how to process it myself. And I wanted to just see how they might process it. And so I would do that, and I kind of bounce it off them. So I have an idea, something I don't know exactly what to do with. So I just share that information and see how other people work that information. And then when I see how they do it, then I can try to replicate that behavior. And that is one way that I could improve. So there I I've found that I am an incredibly selfish creature. And there's no escaping that. I I think that I only think about myself. And that has to be the case. I I think there's a lot that goes into that. But if I'm not self-aware, then I don't exist. If we are going really far down this rabbit hole, okay. All right. Okay. Where the fuck I was exploring trauma. Okay. I was ex- when I share something that's traumatized me with somebody else and I gauge their reaction, I do that with the intention of learning. I want to see how their interactions with that information, how they handle it, just so I can learn and improve myself. It's about me in the end. Like, I want to learn from them. So I see what they do. But that's selfish. I don't think about what if that information then stresses them out. I don't think about the impact that I could be having on their lives. And I suddenly do I then become responsible for what they do? Like when I put something out there into the world, it's out there. Like this is a kind of difficult concept that I'm just honing in on this one specific example. This could be unpacked in any way, really. Where was I? Are we exploring oh shit. Yeah. Well, I'm staying with a friend and he doesn't know I'm vaping. So I just realized that I'm vaping on camera. But he probably knows I'm vaping, but he says I don't want you vaping in my house. And I'm like, it's fucking vaping and nobody else is around. Like, who cares? So I just realized I hit my vape on camera and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to delete this whole thing. This is all garbage now. I have to scrap it. Okay. One part's bad. I gotta fucking cut it. Scrap the whole thing. Start over. Cut. Cut. And I guess I could do that because this is a video. But if it's for real life, I could not do that. And any action that I had made is going to potentially leave a lasting mark that I can't take back. And I don't always mean for something to happen for it to happen. But actions can have consequences. And they can have scary consequences sometimes. There's a show that just came out. It's the first 2 episodes are out now. It's called Pluribus. It's from the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul guy, Terrence Gilliam. I might be butchering these names. I might not be. I don't know. I don't know. But uh, the show touches on some of these themes that I mean that could be why what sparked me talking about this specific subject today. Um, First of all, these are wonderful. These are wonderful in the sense that from back in my day, we grew up on like cigarettes, like nicotine, tobacco, like they were everywhere. Cigarette butts were all over the streets. It was littered. Just it was everywhere smelled like cigarettes. You had ashtrays like just full of cigarette butts. Like and they were like in the water and the lakes and they were everywhere. The people did not like it, and it was so. But environmental shit aside, I know vapes have their own shit. They have their batteries, right? But and the plastic, of course. God damn it. Yeah. But you pick your evils. Just because I'm hitting a vape doesn't mean that I'm like, you know, I have a YouTube channel called Moral Authority, and that's like, did I look like a devil right there? I got my fucking horse. Jesus Christ, it's not intentional, but you know, I guess we take on the forms of, wow. Oh well. Wow. I don't know where I was going with this now. All right. Well, trauma. So I get traumatized, right? And so I will spread that trauma to other people because I want to see how they react. But that trauma is then spread. And then those people get traumatized and they don't know how to handle it. So then that might impact their behavior with somebody else who they might be traumatized and they might not know how to handle it. So then there are ripple effects for things. Trauma, I don't think anything is, I don't think anything is everything. I don't think everything is any. God damn it. When I spread my trauma to other people, I see them suffering sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. My suffering that I felt that, you know, I didn't enjoy. I didn't know how to process. That was hurting me. And I was trying to get help. I spread that to somebody else because I wanted help. But then they got some of my trauma too. And then they didn't mean to, but they didn't know it. And this doesn't always happen. It doesn't even usually happen, but it can happen. But this is exchange. I spread trauma to person B. Yes. Person B, C, D, E, F, G. You understand. It spreads. Doesn't matter what the intention was. Doesn't matter. The trauma is trauma and it spreads. Doesn't care who you voted for, you know. All of our actions have consequences. And I think a point that I might have been aiming for could be that how do I put this? Processing. totally forgot what I was saying. Fuck. Shit. Is this the end? Do I have to just blow up the whole video now? Alright, I was talking about Pluribus. Hive mind, right? Pluribus explores the concept of a hive mind. I chew on my mustache, and then so I always have a little gap here, and it looks like I have a little bald spot here because when I get nervous, I have anxiety. When I get nervous, the consequence of that is I have anxiety. Consequence of that is, I start chewing on my mustache. And then I have a little gap there. And then the consequence of that is that I'm a barber. And then people walk in, and the first thing they do, they walk in and they zoom right up to me, and they point at this little spot right here, and they say, Kevin, I can tell that this spot on your mustache, you've been chewing on it because you've been anxious. You're flawed. Therefore, I do not want you to cut my hair. I will no longer be your client. Adios. So then they skedaddle, and I lose customers, all because of my emotions. Consequences. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's see where we want to go from here. Trauma. Spread trauma. Oh, yes. Yes. Ha. Ha. I think I'm starting to remember the whole point of the thing. All right. So when I have my trauma and I spread it to other people, and then they spread it to other people, then they spread it to other people, and they spread it to other people, right? It goes all around, and pretty soon it's like don't pee in the pool because you're in it too. You're not peeing on other people. You're peeing on yourself and other people, and you're peeing in the pool. You pee in the pool, and I always pee in the pool. Of course, we all. And I mean, there might be like one person out there. I don't know. No, there's not a person. If you have been in a pool, you have peed in it. If there might have been somebody who maybe dropped into a pool, and then the second their body hit it, a bullet went, maybe they didn't have time to pee. But well, I'm projecting onto other people that we all pee in the pool because I pee on the pool. So I assume we all do. It stands to reason. Doesn't stand up to all forms of reasoning, but there are forms of reasoning that it stands to, and I will stand by those. Push my nose up just to adjust that. Nose is good. Actually, it's not. You see? Crooked. Asymmetrical. Right now, it's easy to tell. Like Kevin is, I'm kind of weird, so I would be hard. I require a lot of trauma to be conceptualized. So I don't think that people would think that I'm fake AI. But I think that out there in the world right now, so let's set the stage for this. thought experiment, right? The year is 2025. It is November 9th. Okay. November 9th, 2025. AI has just started to come out. We have like Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT, all these artificial intelligences that I've been talking to and starting to like kind of learn from. So at first, like they're becoming more and more used in society. Like 5 years ago, this wasn't a thing. Maybe 5 years ago it was a little bit of a thing. It was much less of a thing. 5 years before that, much less, and maybe 20 years ago, it wasn't a thing. Anyways, point is, it's been expanding at an exponential rate, and we're at the point in its expansion so far. I don't know what point we're at, really. I mean, that's the thing. It's the Big Bang all over again, or it's a continuation of the Big Bang. Started small, and as it expands, the rate that it's expanding accelerates. Oop. Sorry. I have cats. They will hopefully be interrupting our videos pretty often because I love my kitties. I love my kitty cats. Yeah. Yeah. See? Treat them with love. They come when you call them. That is the kind of humans that we should aim to be. We treat people, we treat cats, we treat Earth, we treat items, we treat everything, we treat ourselves with respect and reverence. That is the way. Have I always followed this? Absolutely not. I am the worst person. Oh my goodness. I am trying every goddamn day to do it. I'm trying to be a good person. What's a good person? What's a fucking good person? I don't fucking know. Okay? Somebody who's not shitty. Well, maybe sometimes being shitty is needed. Maybe sometimes shitty is called for. Maybe sometimes being shitty is being a good person in that context. So what about we come down to our values and our morality and our systems, and there's so much to it, and there's so in depth, and we are all the villain in somebody else's story, and we are all the hero of our own. I'm the villain of mine. Maybe yours. If somebody else reads this, reads this, watches this, whatever. I don't know. I am the villain, and so are you. I'm the villain, and so are you. I'm the villain because I am you, and you are me. We are all one consciousness if you want to believe that. And if you don't, then we aren't. And it's that simple. Until we can prove otherwise, things are as they seem is a simple idea. And it can be true. I think that language needs to be explored. Ideas need to be explored. Concepts need to be explored. Consciousness needs to be explored. Reality needs to be explored. Space needs to be explored. My cats, they just need to explore the house. They're new on this world. I'm new on this world. Fuck, I'm 32. Ugh, man. What am I supposed to do? Is it offensive if I do accents? Is that I bet someday we're all gonna fit in and like all speak the same way. It's gonna be weird to have accents. We will all speak like Data from Star Trek or I don't know. I don't know. Captain? Data. Yeah, you're more human than us all. You know what's interesting to me? When I'm looking at my camera, it's like half of it's filtered and half of it's not. My face looks like there's a line down the middle of two different ways that this could be. And maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. 27 minutes and 38 seconds. Shall we wrap it up here? Shall we end on a song? Where's my ukulele? I'll work on my singing. Whoa.